Good morning, students. This is 10th standard biology video class, video 4. In this video, we are going to continue the same lesson, transportation in plants and circulation in animals. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is transpiration. That means evaporation of water in the form of water vapor through minute openings which is present in the leaf is called stomata. That process is called transpiration. Each stomata which are surrounded by two bean-shaped God cells. Due to the mechanism of God cells only, the stomata is opening and closing. Daytime the stomata opens, the night time it closes. Then when the water is evaporated from the mesophil cell region in the form of water vapor by the transpiration process, the concentration of water is very low in the mesophil cells. To balance the water content in the mesophil cells, the root hairs which is present in the soil absorb a large amount of water and transport the water to the xylem elements. At that time it creates certain pressure. That pressure is called root pressure. The root pressure which makes the water to move in the upward direction. And also the xylem elements which meet out the water scarcity in the mesophil cells, it takes water from the nearby veins which is present in the leafy region. At that time it causes some pull, the water from the vein region. That pull is called transpiration pull. Factors also affecting transpiration: external factor, that is temperature, humidity, sunlight and wind speed. Internal factors such as number of stomata, distribution of stomata, percentage of open stomata, water status which is present in the plant region, and the canopy structure. Canopy structure means natural calamities. Some of the environmental factors which cause some problem is said to be canopy structure. Everything which are named as internal factor. Then we have seen uptake of minerals. The uptake of minerals is depending upon the two factors. One is the minerals are salts which is present in the soil in the form of particle which cannot pass through the cell membrane. There is one of the factor. Second one, the concentration of mineral is very low than the concentration of mineral which is present in the cell region. So soil it is low concentration, inner side of the cell it is higher concentration. So that they need certain energy to pull the water from the soil and transport to the xylem region. That is said to be uptake of minerals. Then translocation of mineral ions. So when the older leaves are fall off from the trees, the entire mineral content which is remobilized to the younger leaves, that is said to be translocation of minerals and ions. This has taken place in the deciduous plant or a forest region. Important 1 mark question. The elements such as phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen and potassium which are easily remobilized. The elements calcium is not easily remobilized. So that is said to be translocation of mineral ions. Dear students, up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the phloem transport in this video. So this is the topic, phloem transport. Dear students, the food is synthesized by the leaves, are transported to the different parts of the plant through phloem elements. Phloem tissue which composed of 4 important cell components, that is sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. The sieve tubes which has the minute pore which constitute the sieve plate, and also the cytoplasmic substances are in the form of strand-like structure which pass through the pores in the sieve plates. So the phloem which are transport the food material from a source to a sink. Source, which means where it contains in a large amount. That is which region? In leafy region, it contains the food material which contains in a large quantity. That is said to be source. Another meaning, where it is produced, production region. That is said to be source. To a sink, that means in which region it is required. That is said to be sink. So phloem which transport the food material from the source to the sink. That is from the leafy region to different parts of a plant body. So source of the part of a plant which synthesize food is the leaves. And the sink is the parts that needs the food material or to store the food material. But the source and sink may be reversed depending upon the season and the plant's requirement. So source and sink are opposite direction activities. Sometimes it may be reversible activities depending upon the season or the plant's requirement. The source and the sink relationships are most probably in different direction. The movement of the phloem which are taking the food material in both upward direction and downward direction. So it is named as bidirectional path. Phloem which are transporting the food material in two ways, upward direction and downward direction. That is said to be bidirectional. But in contrast to the xylem elements, the xylem which are transporting food material only in the upward direction, that is said to be unidirectional. That is only one path. That also, what is that one? Upward direction. That pathway is said to be unidirectional in xylem elements. So dear students, this is said to be the phloem transport. That means how phloem which are transporting the food material from the source to the sink. That is leaf to the different parts of a plant body. Okay, source means where the food materials are produced, production. Sink means where the food materials are required or needed or to be stored for future use. It's said to be sink. So both of them is in the opposite direction, but sometimes the activities are reversed manner depending upon the season and also depending upon the requirements or need of a plant. Then movement of xylem and phloem. The phloem movement is taken place both upward and downward. So it is named as bidirectional. Bi, which means two path, upward and downward. Another one, xylem, which is totally opposite. The movement of xylem elements are only upward direction. That is only one direction. That is said to be unidirectional. So this is said to be the phloem transport. Next we are going to see translocation of a sugar molecule. So what is the translocation of sugar molecule? The food material which is prepared in the leaf, it is in the form of starch or carbohydrate, or it is otherwise named as sugars. How these sugars which is translocated from source to the sink. Source, protection. Sink means wherever it is necessary or required or to be stored. That is said to be translocation of sugars. So this translocation of sugars is taken place by a pressure flow hypothesis. What is that one? Pressure flow hypothesis. Glucose which is prepared at the source region by leaves. Glucose is prepared in the source region by the process is called photosynthesis. This glucose, that is carbohydrate or starch, which is converted into sucrose. This sucrose, which is moved into the phloem elements named companion cells. Then it is moved into the sieve tube by active transport. What is active transport? It requires certain energy to transport the material from low concentration to higher concentration. That is said to be active transport. So, first glucose is converted into sucrose. Then this sucrose enter into the companion cell. Then from that companion cell, it is entered into the sieve tube cell by active transport. So, this process which produce hypertonic condition in the phloem. Hypertonic condition in the phloem. What is the hypertonic condition? In the inner side of the phloem, it contains high concentration. Outer side, it contains lower concentration. So that this hypertonic condition which makes in the phloem, water in the adjacent cells of the xylem which is entered into the phloem by osmosis. So the osmotic pressure is built up in the phloem so that phloem sap moves to area of the lower pressure. By active transport, sucrose moves into the cell where it is utilized, needed or required or stored. As the sugars are removed, the osmotic pressure decreases in the phloem components and the water moves out of the phloem. So dear students, hypertonic condition of the phloem is created due to the storage of large amount of food material. So the water is entered into the phloem by osmosis process. Once the osmotic pressure is increases in the inner side, the phloem which transport the food material to the other parts of the region. Now the pressure is decreases. The phloem is lower pressure. So the phloem which moves the food content to the nearby region due to low pressure. By the active transport, sucrose is transported to different parts of the body. That means wherever it is required or stored. As sugar is removed, osmotic pressure is decreases and the water moves out of the phloem content. So, the phloem translocation is taken place by the process is called active transport. That means it needs certain energy to transport the food material from lower concentration to higher concentration. How it will be taken place? The phloem which contains the food material, so that the pressure is increases inner side of the phloem. At that time, the adjacent xylem elements transport the water to the phloem elements. Water, always the higher concentration, and the food is the center which are having the lower concentration. So that will be equalized. Then what will happen? The phloem which transport the food material, now the pressure is decreases. So the water is oozes outside from the phloem to the xylem. That is said to be translocation of phloem elements. Dear students, this is the topic factor affecting transpiration. We already seen in the previous video class external factor and internal factor. Then the open stomata and closed stomata. Next we are going to see the important 4-mark question, significance of transpiration. Dear students, kindly note it down in your textbook. Significance of transpiration. Dear students, the transpiration which creates transpiration pull to transport the water from lower region to higher region, and also this transpiration supplies water for photosynthetic process. It transports the minerals from the soil to different parts of the body. It cools the surface of the leaves by evaporation. It keeps the cells turgid, hence the stomata which maintains their shape. So this is the different advantages of transpiration. It's very important. 4-mark question. Dear students, the next topic is ascent of sap and its events. The upward movements of water and minerals from the root to the different parts of a plant is called ascent of sap. 2-mark question. What is ascent of sap? The movement of water and mineral salts from the soil or root region to the different parts of a plant body. It's named as ascent of sap. So number of factors which plays a role for the process is called ascent of sap. It takes place in the following steps. Dear students, at the base one, that is a round shaped structure is called a soil particle. Soil particle with the root hairs which are absorbing the water and mineral salts. Then the root hair which pushes the water molecules into the epidermal cells by a osmosis process. Then the water which is enter into the capillary tube action, enter into the stem region by the capillary action and rise up the water at the base of the stem to the leafy region. Then whenever the water is moving in the upward direction, a pressure is created in the root region that is called root pressure, which pushes the water in the upward direction. Not only that, addition and cohesion makes the column of water molecule. So cohesion, force of attraction between the molecules. Addition means force of attraction of a different region, that is said to be addition. Cohesion means force of attraction between the molecules. So addition and cohesion makes the columnar water molecules to move in the upward direction. Finally, it reaches to the leafy region. A small amount of water is used for the photosynthetic process. Remaining, it will be evaporated in the form of water vapor through stomata by a process called transpiration. Whenever the transpiration taken place, it creates certain pull to move the water substance in the upward direction. That is said to be transpiration pull. So these are all the different steps which is taken place in the ascent of sap. What is the ascent of sap? Movement of water molecule from the root to the different parts of a plant body is called ascent of sap. It starts from the root and end with the leafy region. Root hairs which are absorbing the water from the soil and pushes the water into the stem region by osmosis process. So the capillary action is taken place. It makes the water to move in the upward direction. Whenever the water is moving in the upward direction, it creates certain pressure that is called root pressure. Pushes the water to the stem region. Then due to the addition, cohesion of the column of water molecules, pull the water into the leafy region. In this leafy region, photosynthesis is taken place with the help of few amount of water. Remaining water will be evaporated in the form of water vapor. That process is called transpiration. During transpiration, a pressure which is occur in the cell region is named as transpiration pull or pressure, which transport the water molecule to the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. That process is called ascent of sap. Dear students, these are all the activities which has taken place in the ascent of sap. First one, root pressure. Water from the soil which is entered into the root air region due to osmosis. At that time, the wall of the root which cause certain pressure, that pressure is called root pressure. This pressure only make the water to move in the upward direction from the root to the base of a stem region. That process is called root pressure, which is occur in the root air region and stem, between the root air and the stem region. Next one, capillary action. That means how water which is move from the root to the stem, then stem to the leafy region. That action is called capillary action. Water or any liquid rises in a capillary tube because of physical forces. This phenomenon is called capillary action. With the help of this action, a stem water rises up to the certain height because of the capillary action. Next one, addition and cohesion of water molecule. Water molecules forms a continuous column in the xylem because of force of addition and cohesion among the molecules. So addition and cohesion of water molecules is very much important to transport the water molecule from the stem region to the leafy region. Dear students, these are all the two processes which makes the water to move in the upward direction. First one, cohesion. The force of attraction between the water molecules, it's said to be cohesion. Another one, addition. I told you the force of attraction taken place between the different molecules of the substances is called addition. So these two actions or a process make the water molecule to stick into a xylem elements because of force of the addition. So these are all the two processes which makes the water movement in the upward direction through xylem elements. See the more to know paragraph. Dews like water droplet on the leaves of a grass seen in the early mornings, that is panitulin solrom illaya. When the climate is humid, that means the air which contains large amount of water molecules, eerapadam, and excess of water is present in the plants. The excess of water is exudated in the form of dews or liquid. This is due to the root pressure. This phenomenon is otherwise known as guttation. This guttation process is taken place. A specialized cell which is present in the epidermal region of a leaves is called idotodes. Dear students, in the first lesson, the internal structure of monocot leaf, some epidermal cells which is larger in size, named as idotodes. So these idotodes which is responsible for removal of excess of water in the form of liquid. So this water is stored as a droplet in the leafy surface. That process is called guttation. Guttation is taken place by the specialized cell is called idotodes. Dear students, what is guttation is important. 2 mark question given in your book back question. So this is said to be guttation. Guttation has taken place. Dash shells means idotodes. Next one, transpiration pull. This is also another process which is taken place in the ascent of sap, and also last process of the ascent of sap, root pressure, capillary action, addition and cohesion. Then last one is the transpiration pull. Transpiration through stomata creates a vacuum which creates a suction called transpiration pull. Suction means it creates the cavity to absorb the water molecule from the soil that is said to be transpiration pull. Transpiration through stomata creates vacuum. Vacuum means empty space. That creates a suction to pull the water from the soil. That pull is called transpiration pull. Transpiration pull sucks the water from the xylem tubes, and thus water is able to rise at great height even in the tallest plants. So with the help of the xylem elements and also transpiration pull which is taken place in the xylem elements, it makes the water to move in the certain height of a tall trees and plants. That pull is called transpiration pull. It's not a tough one. Transpiration creates a vacuum or empty space inner side of the cell that creates suction, means to suck water from the bottom, that is from the soil. That pull is called a transpiration pull. The transpiration pull sucks the water column from the xylem elements. Thus, water rises to the certain height of a tall trees and plants. See the Doino paragraph, demonstration of root pressure. Choose a small soft-stemmed plant. Cut the stem horizontally near the base with a blade in the morning. You will see drops of solution oozing out of the cut stem due to root pressure. That means water which is flowing on the inner side of the stem region. Whenever you made a cut in that stem portion, the water will be oozes outside due to the pressure which is created in the wall of the stem region. That pressure is called, what is that one? Root pressure. So this simple incident which proves how root pressure which makes to move the water molecule from the soil to the leafy region. That is said to be ascent of sap. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is the significance of transpiration, how translocation of sugar molecule taken place with the help of phloem, different steps of the ascent of sap, that is root pressure, capillary action, addition and cohesion. Cohesion is the important book back question. The answer is very simple. Force of attraction between the water molecules. That is said to be cohesion. Addition means force of attraction is taken place between the different molecules of the water. That is said to be addition. So these two actions which is responsible for make the xylem to pull the water from the soil and transport to the leafy region or tallest plant or certain height of a plant region. So that is said to be ascent of sap. Then we have seen how we can able to demonstrate the root pressure with a simple experiment. We have to take a soft stemmed plant and make a small cut. The water will be oozes outside due to the root pressure. So that is proved that root pressure which makes the water molecule to move in the onward upward direction with the help of the xylem elements. So dear students, up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.